Hello and welcome to Adelaide Psychic Fair number 4. My name's Roy Fensom and I normally run the Adelaide Psychic Fair in at 230 Flinders Street in the city, third weekend of most months, but being closed up and cloistered in for the last month, we've decided to take the Adelaide Psychic Fair online. Now what that means is that they're not all going to be psychics. Believe me, a lot of the people that go to the Adelaide Psychic Fair are jewelers. They sell retail products. We do have readers and clairvoyants and card readers, and but we also have a lot of people who do other things in the way of T-shirts. Carving trays. We've had a multitude of other retail providers, and the idea of this particular market going online is so that a lot of those people can have the option of trying to encourage you to continue to buy your products through them, and it's also an opportunity for them to explain what the products are in a little bit more depth than you would probably get at the market, because there's generally a lot of people walking around and everybody wants to have their 2 minutes and move around. The Adelaide Psychic Fair can be found on Facebook at Market to Market SA. If you go there, you'll see the events, and at the moment there's no events for us coming up, but as soon as we know which way the coronavirus is going, we will certainly make attempts at starting up the market again as soon as possible, and we want you to be aware of these people. And that's the other Facebook page that's available, the Facebook Market to Market. On there you'll find our events on there as well. If you're a stall holder, you can contact 0412097361 and you can participate in either the markets or in this videos that we are now doing for the Adelaide Psychic Fair online. Today we have Beady Kunz, who is from Heaven's Garden. Now this is also an oil-based company, and like all good people, the name slips from my mind. Young Living. See, it's all about knowing your product, and I don't sell it, so I don't know the product, and I rely on Beady to fill you in on all the gaps. We've been lucky in the last few days to have retailers and only one psychic, but we're hoping that next week we can get 2 or 3 psychics together, and we are thinking of doing maybe a 2-hour show where we can rotate these people who do tarot readings and psychic readings and clairvoyance, so that there is some opportunity for you to have conversations with the people who are in that aspect of the psychic fair. But today it's all about product, and when Beady has finished, I will be explaining some of the backflow items that are available through Moon and Mask. But now I'm going to bring up Beady into the main foyer and we'll have a bit of a chat. Hello Beady, how are you?
Hi Roy, I'm great. Thanks very much for inviting me to come on. This is really awesome.
It's a pleasure, to say the least. Now hopefully we will pick up crowds along the way. I'll just check and see if we've got about 12 people watching us at the moment. So that's a good start to the day. I take it that you're enjoying the Easter break?
I am. Very quiet, very peaceful. I can hear the parrots outside.
I've been listening to them there as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm loving it.
You have a multitude of products that I know. I've seen some of the stuff that you bring along to the Adelaide Psychic Fair. I'm hoping that today we can get some info on some of the range at least, and the background on where it goes and what the benefits are, So I will just tuck myself into the corner, and I'm going to let you have a bit of a talk, and hopefully people will ask questions if they need to.
Very good. Okay, thank you. So my passion is Young Living. I've been involved with Young Living for several years now, and I find that it has completely changed my life, my outlook on life, the way I feel, the things that I do. Absolutely everything about my life has changed thanks to Young Living. So when I go to the Psychic Fair, I have a lot of things on display. I have a lot of Young Living essential oils, and I have a lot of their products. And I also have other things that I show people how they can make their own products using these amazing oils. So just for a little bit of background, I just want to tell you, first of all, that my background is in horticulture and agriculture. I grew up in a family of conservationists, so I've planted trees all my life. I've always been involved with, greening the planet and watching in horror as the planet is being degraded over time. So I'm looking at this particular time that we're in at the moment as a time for pause and reflection about where we are in the world and where we want to go. I'm personally hoping that when this ends, we're not just going to switch the lights back on and everything will be as it was, because I think we were headed for not so pleasant places, and that has a lot to do with huge corporations that are doing things to the planet that are really not that great. So I want to talk about Young Living, how they are stewards of the planet. It originated through a man by the name of Donald Gary Young, who actually reintroduced therapeutic grade essential oils into the Western world. So for thousands of years, people have used essential oils. They were traded along the ancient spice routes. Frankincense and myrrh and other essential oils and products like that were transported through the ancient routes. And they were highly valued and highly prized for their value therapeutically, emotionally, physically, mentally, all those properties that they have. And so over time, because people are very clever and they discover that they can actually create fragrances in a lab, they have since sort of been put into a classification as fragrance. And unfortunately, there is no overarching, governing, regulating body that controls essential oils. And so therefore, most essential oils actually fall into the category of fragrance, and they're mostly synthetic. So Gary Young introduced pure essential oils back into the Western world, and he actually set the standard for creating the purest real essential oils. There's no synthetics in them whatsoever. They are stewards of the planet, and so they're the only essential oils company in the world that actually grows all their own plants and trees. And you will find that no other essential oils company can do that. If you look and try and do some research and find out where they get their oils from and what's in it, there's no way of knowing. And that is because, like I said, they're part of the fragrance industry. And fragrance, by the way, can be up to, like 1,000 different oils or different products in it that are, really not good for your health. They can be quite toxic. So, but Young Living produces the purest essential oils on the planet, and they have therapeutic benefits. And so they have farms all over the world because plants grow in different climates, and you have to be able to provide all the different oils for various purposes. So they have oils to help you breathe really well. They have oils to help you move really well. And there are oils to support your digestive tract. And they also have a whole range of products. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the products that they produce. But all of their products are actually infused with essential oils because they discovered the molecular structure is so tiny that they can actually penetrate the cell wall. So when you're drinking, like Ningxia Red, for example, which I'll talk about in a little moment, or if you're consuming any of their nutritional products, the essential oils that are in them actually act as a carrier to help it get into the cell, which is where the energy in the food is actually required. So most of the nutritional products that you buy in the shop actually don't get into the cell where they're really needed, and so it just ends up getting flushed, basically. So I would like to mention first my member number. My member number is 1327324. Just remember that magic number, 1327324, because I would love to be your sponsor and enroller. So when you find out about these products, you can go online, or while I'm talking, you can go online and have a look at Young Living Australia and just have a look at all their products and things like that. You can either open a retail account or become a wholesale member and just use my number, please. That would be really awesome. So when you decide you want to open a wholesale account, you can still have a retail account, but I recommend wholesale because you get 24% off of everything. You get this amazing starter pack. So this is a part of the premium starter kit. I think they've redesigned it now. So this is actually an older one. So it's got this beautiful design, the lavender fields. You peel the sleeve off like this, and inside you have, if I can figure it out, it opens like this. So you've got 2 layers in here. With the premium starter kit, you get all these incredible oils with it. So there's 10 oils on top, and then when you take this top layer off, you've actually got what is the basic starter kit. So this is what comes with the basic starter kit. And you'll notice the first thing that jumps out is the fact that you get Thieves Hand Purifier. So this is amazing. It's what has actually, it's been in such high demand that Young Living is working around the clock to try and make sure that we all get ours and keep it in stock. Did you have something to ask for?
I forgot to turn the mic back on again. That's what happens. So are they able to get that on their own, or does it only come in the pack?
Yes, you can buy individual oils separately. So you can order either via wholesale or retail. So you can buy individual oils. I think personally it's much better value to buy them as part of a kit. So they have lots and lots of different kits that you can order, big ones and small ones. Some come with a diffuser, some come with all the Thieves household range of products. But as part of a kit, I think it's the most economical way to go because, you know, item per item, you're getting a huge discount. So I recommend a premium starter kit to start with.
So the hand purifier, is there still plenty of that around, or is that like everything else that's going around at the moment? If you can get some, you're lucky. Yeah. It's
kind of like that at the moment, but I think if you get it as a kit, I think they still have it available in the kit form. So, but I could be wrong. But if you were to just go online and look at all the Thieves products, you'll find that a lot of them are actually out of stock. So they're working around the clock to try and ramp up production to keep up with demand. Because this is the wonderful thing about this Thieves hand purifier is that it's completely free of any nasty chemicals. It's pure, it's clean, it's good for you. So when you think about how often people are washing their hands and using the stuff off the shelf, you're actually increasing the amount of toxins that are going into your body because whatever you put on your skin actually ends up in your bloodstream very quickly. And a lot of these chemicals, your body has a great deal of difficulty breaking down and trying to eliminate. And quite often what happens is it bioaccumulates, which means it just starts to collect in your system. And, you know, several years down the track, or maybe even sooner, you know, you start developing symptoms. You get foggy brain, you get itchy eyes, you get headaches, you feel queasy in the stomach, you get rashes, and you think, where's all this coming from? So you go to the doctor and you get a prescription and it's supposed to cure everything. But quite often all you have to do is eliminate the toxins that you're constantly putting on and in your body, and it's amazing the difference. can I talk about these oils a little bit? I wish
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
go for
all of them because they were absolutely divine. So we've got 5 single oils and 5 blends in this starter pack. And of course, Thieves is one of the oils that is in high demand. I think the Thieves oil is available. However, you're limited to 1 per customer per month. So that's another reason why it's good to open your own account, because if you're trying to get it from me, I won't be able to supply you personally. I do sell to individuals, but it's far better to just open a wholesale account. So it's got copaiba, frankincense, lavender, lemon, peppermint, Thieves, Panaway, RC, Purification, and Diges. And of course, there's also the most popular one of all, I think, is Stress Away. So that's a beautiful blend. They have different properties that support all the systems of your body. So when you think of the systems of your body, you have a digestive system, you have a circulatory system, you have a muscular system, you have a skeletal system. So this kit is designed such that it will support all of those systems of your body. So, but if you just don't be afraid to open the bottles, just use them and smell them, and put a drop in the palm of your hand and rub your hands together. I'll just demonstrate here. It's just absolutely amazing, because the limbic system of your brain, which is your emotional brain, is connected to your olfactory gland, which is, your smell. So when you put a drop in your hand, just rub your hands together and then just cover your mouth and nose and inhale. And it's just absolutely divine, but it actually transports you somewhere that is just amazing. They're just so powerful. So you can put them on different parts of your body. You can dilute them. So these are pure plant essences. They're not diluted at all. You can dilute them yourself. You can make products. I do a lot of workshops to show people how you can dilute this stuff and how you can produce your own products. So I've been putting them on my channel, so you can see how to make dilute the hand cleaner, or how to make your own moisturizer, things like that.
You have your own channel? Is that YouTube or Facebook?
Yes, I do have a YouTube channel. It hasn't been very active. I'm only just starting to put little video clips on there now for how to make things.
So we'll see this video up there at some point.
I hope so. Yes, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for the download so that you can get it up on your own page. It's brilliant.
Lovely, thank you. Okay, so that's
the workshops that you're running. I take, are they online at the moment, or are you only doing when there's people available?
I'm just starting to do them online. This is something that's new to me, so I'm figuring it out. But I think I'm going to start doing some live Facebook videos where we can make things, and I will show people how to make their own, either moisturizers or lip balms or toilet fizzers, bath bombs. Lots of different products that we can learn to make. So I'll try to do them live. And I will just invite people to come along. I'll tell you what time it's at, where you can watch it, and it'll be there for forever probably.
And just to be sure, I'll put your Facebook page up, and people can go there and keep an eye out for when you're going to be doing it. So there you go.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's my Heaven's Garden Facebook page, which is devoted entirely to Young Living and Young Living essential oils and the things that you can do with their products to make your own. It's really about saving money. It's about looking after the planet, saving money, and looking after your own health as well. So that's really what I love about it. When I think about other huge corporations that exploit people, they take their work overseas because it's cheaper there. And if you were to see what they do to people, they use child labor, and it's just shocking. And you think, how is that even possible? How can companies do that and somehow have a clear conscience. You know, the producers of chocolate, for example, they use, you know, some companies use child labor in developing countries. So that's one thing. Another thing that I absolutely love about Young Living is that they have the D. Gary Young Living Foundation, which does amazing things around the world, and they partner up with other organizations to help people around the world. So when Young Living built their farm in Ecuador, there were Gary noticed that there was a building that looked a little bit derelict, and he wondered what it was, and he found out that it was actually a little schoolhouse that had no doors or windows, and hardly ever any kids went. And so he thought this had to change. So they actually hire the local population to help work on their farms, and they give them fair wages, and they built a brand new school, and they wanted it, you know, originally it was just for the village where they had the farm, but it turned out that people came from far and wide just so they could attend this school. And so they have a really high rate of graduates. They get through high school, whereas before most kids quit, you know, school in primary school. So they do amazing things around the world. They also help people with, you know, human trafficking, to help reunite young people with their families, to send them back home again so they can, you know, have a life. So it's not just about the oils, but this is what they're doing. They're really changing the planet. Okay, maybe I'll start with some of the products again. So we've got, again, with Thieves hand soap, foaming hand soap. You know, we're washing our hands an awful lot now, probably 10 times more frequently than we used to. So when you think about the hand soap that you're actually using, like I said, it's entering your skin, it's going into your bloodstream. So any of the nasties that may be in the ingredients list, it goes into your body, and your body works very hard to try and break it down and eliminate it. And this actually affects your immune system in the long run, because if you've got, you know, like programs working in the background that are working very hard to try and keep you functioning, you start to be unable to resist things that are out there, you know. So keep your immune system strong and healthy by not adding the nasties to your chemicals, to your body. So now the Thieves hand cleaner, foaming hand soap, is it comes in a bottle like this, or you can get it in the refill size, which is what I buy. Wait a minute. There you go. This is the size that it comes in. So when you get it, it's super concentrated, so you can actually make 4 bottles out of this one bottle. So when you take most of it out, you just leave about this much in, just up to where that lemon is. Tip the rest out and put it aside for later on. So you've only got that much in there, and then you top it up with water, and it's amazingly powerful. It cleans. It contains the Thieves essential oil. So now the Thieves essential oil consists of, it's a blend that's made up of 5 essential oils. So there's cinnamon, clove, rosemary, eucalyptus, and I forget now, rosemary. Yeah, so they're very powerful oils. If you look up those individual oils, you'll find out the incredible healing properties and what they do. So don't be afraid to look up ingredients. Look at the ingredients list of products that you have in your house and see how they affect your health. You will be amazed that you've got those things in your house in the first place. Don't let it into your house at all. So when you're starting to make the choice to ditch the chemicals and switch to pure, clean products, I would recommend starting with your laundry room, because that is classified as the most polluted room in your house. So we often think we don't have control about the air that we breathe, but inside of your house, you do have complete control over the pollution in your home. And when you're looking in the laundry room, you've got detergents, you've got a lot of cleaners and fabric softener. That is the most toxic product you can possibly have. Just look at the ingredients in your fabric softener, and you'll find that it is really, really scary. And when you think that you can't really rinse it off, so the vapors are on the fabric is against your skin all day long. It's rubbing on your skin, and you're inhaling the vapors all day. So just think about what that's doing to small children who are actually very vulnerable to chemicals. Think also about the your floor cleaners when you've got little toddlers crawling around on the floor, or kids walking barefoot, even your pets on the floor. If you're using toxic household cleaner, they're absorbing it through their feet. So, and all of this stuff accumulates in your body. So please just start ditching it. And you can just go to Young Living and get all of those products. They have everything. They even have cosmetics and deodorant and toothpaste, and just, it's amazing what they have. And this is an amazing family that is doing good for the planet. So I often think about, we think that we're not really able to do much about what's happening in the world, because, what about me? I can't really make a change in the world. But the reality is that you can. And I'm often reminded of that quote by the Dalai Lama, who said that I'm so small, how can I make a difference? And he said, try sleeping with a mosquito. Mosquitoes are very small and they can affect your life tremendously, whether you like it or not. So think about that quote when you think, what can I do? There's plenty you can do. And so you can choose to be either part of the solution or part of the problem. So if you're constantly investing your money, basically everything that you buy means that you're investing your money in a particular product. So when you go and buy something off the shelf, you're actually supporting that producer, who could be, using child labor, or could be, deforesting the planet, or doing whatever. So it's time, during this particular time when we have the time to reflect and think about, what can I do to make the planet a better place to live in? Think about that. It's just so easy. It's a no-brainer, really. So, okay, now I've got Thieves Household Cleaner. I buy it in this big 1.8 liter bottle. You can buy it in a smaller bottle. It's super, super concentrated. And you can use this one product to clean absolutely everything. So you can get rid of your window cleaner, you can get rid of your carpet cleaner, ditch your, floor cleaner, all that stuff. Just use this one product because it's very powerful. It works really, really well. And it doesn't contain any chemical nasties whatsoever. It's really good. So it tells you on the label, you can, for glass, you can use 1 part to 100 parts water for cleaning glass and mirrors. So this bottle will last forever. I buy it like this because I do cleaning for people at various homes and things like that. So it's much more economical for me to use it like that. What else have I got here? Okay, I'm going to talk about this amazing product, Ninja Red. Ninja Red is a juice, a tonic, a drink. The main ingredient in it is the Ninja Red wolfberries, which again, I love the horticultural aspect of this, is because the Ninja Red wolfberries, they're similar to goji berries, except they're grown in the Ningxia province of China, which is on a floodplain high up in the Himalaya mountains, where the glaciers melt and they flood this area. So they're rejuvenating the soil every year with the meltwaters that come off the glaciers. So the soil is really, really mineral rich. And so these particular wolfberries or goji berries are incredibly potent. And the people that live in the Ningxia province of China are known for their longevity. They live to be well over 100 years old, and they are hardworking, and they are very, very healthy. In fact, they don't even have eye issues, because the nutrients in this drink are, they contain zeaxanthin and lutein, which are really, really powerful nutrients for your eyesight. So it's good for your peripheral vision and for your central vision. But it also contains a lot of other really powerful antioxidant fruits. It's got blackberry and cherry and pomegranate and a few others. But of course, it's infused with the essential oils. So the essential oils help to carry it to your cells. So I'm currently involved in the Ningxia Red Drink Challenge, which is basically, we're using this and this sulfurzyme, which is an incredibly powerful nutritional product. And if I can find it, lime essential oil. So what we're doing is we take an empty bottle, fill it up with purified water, add 30 mils of the Ningxia Red concentrate and 3 drops of lime essential oil, and open up 2 capsules of this sulfurzyme, because most people are incredibly deficient in sulfur. So 2 capsules of sulfurzyme, and you drink 2 bottles of that every day. So you've got one in the morning, you just sip it throughout the morning, and then another one in the afternoon, and that's all you do. So 30 mils of Ningxia Red in a bottle of purified water, 3 drops of lime, and 2 sulfurzyme capsules that you open and just drop it into the bottle. So that's going to be it's our 90-day challenge. So there's a lot of people that are doing this at the moment. I think I'm into day 5 or 6 or something like that, but it's amazing how you will feel. You won't know yourself, because you're keeping your body hydrated, which is incredibly important. You're keeping your sulfur levels up, and the essential oil in it is very powerful for supporting your health as well. So that's the Ningxia Red. I buy it by the case. You can buy individual bottles, or buy it by the case like I do, and you can buy it in the sachets. So the sachets are very handy to carry with you. That's all I have for that one. Any questions at this point? How are we going?
Well, you still got some time left, so you're doing well. I didn't know how many more products you had to get through, but yeah, you're doing really well at the moment.
Thank you very much. Okay, well, maybe I'll talk a little bit about the oils, because that's really their main thing, because everything that they sell contains an essential oil. So now let me start with RC. RC stands for respiratory comfort. It's a beautiful oil blend that is very soothing, and if you want to breathe really well, this really helps in that regard. So you can just put a drop or 2 in the palm of your hand and rub your hands together and massage it on your throat and on your chest. Another location is just on the side of your rib cage, because that really helps with your lungs, being able to open up your lungs so you can breathe really well. And another thing you can do is actually put some on the soles of your feet, because your feet absorb whatever you put on them. So it's absorbed into your body. You probably don't realize how absorbent your feet are. But when you think about, if you were to put, of course, we don't use pennies anymore, but if you were to put a penny in your shoe, within a few minutes you can actually taste copper. The same thing is with garlic. If you were to put garlic on your foot, you would be tasting it within a very short period of time. So believe it or not, putting RC on your feet actually helps with your respiratory comfort. And it's really good to do when you go to bed at night, because often if we have seasonal challenges, you can put it on your feet at night. Often at night is when we have the most difficulty, getting to sleep, because we're getting blocked up when we lie down. So it's really comforting to know that you can put this on your feet. You could put it on your, the side of your rib cage, on your chest, and a little bit goes a long way. So roughly a 5 ml bottle like this has between 90 and 100 drops. So you only need, 2 or 3 drops. Very powerful stuff to put and help you with your breathing. Okay, I'm having trouble getting it out of the box. Purification is a beautiful blend. It's great for putting It's blurry. Purification is a wonderful blend that's actually really good for lots of things. It helps clears the air. It's also really beneficial for when you're sitting in front of the computer for too long, because there's a lot of electromagnetic radiation floating around, and you start to get a little bit of brain fog and your eyes start to hurt and things like that. So it's very good to just put a drop in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together and inhale it, and flick it around your head and around the air, and it really helps to clear away that negative or that fractured electromagnetic energy. It's also really good for how do you put it, a comfortable outdoor experience, because we're not allowed to say certain things. It has to be very compliant. So when you go outside and there's something out there that makes you want to come back inside, you can use this, and you can put it on yourself, and it keeps little nasties away. So it's very powerful for that as well, because it's got lemongrass and citronella in it, and so we know that repels a few things. Digees, this is really good for people that have difficulty with digestion. Sometimes you may have overindulged, you feel a little bit tummy rumblings or upset or whatever. This is an amazing one. You can put, again, a drop in the palm of your hand, rub it on your tummy, put it on your feet. Very good to aid with digestion, support your whole digestive system. Very good.
And you've got everything covered from your feet through to your digestive system. So.
That's right, from head to toe. So, and even if you're not sure what goes with what, just put anything on, because they're all very, very beneficial for your health. Frankincense, this is an absolutely divine essential oil. I often wonder where other essential oil companies actually get their frankincense from, because it's very hard to get out of where it actually comes from. So Young Living gets their frankincense from Somalia and Oman. So, and they have two different varieties that they sell. There's this is the frankincense Boswellia carteri, and the sacred frankincense, which is Boswellia sacra. So those two varieties are the most potent. And of course, we remember from, if you've ever been to a Catholic mass or things like that, it's always the frankincense that they use. And the way they harvest it is they have special people that are the only ones that are actually allowed. It's like a tribal thing. They are allowed to cut the frankincense trees. So these trees are ancient, and you cut into the bark, and the bark starts to ooze a sap. And then you just let that sap ooze out, and it hardens, and you break it off. And when they actually distill the oil, they put that hardened resin into a distillation machine with water, with an agitator. So it's constantly stirring the water and the frankincense resin, and it gradually heats it up. And so this will then dissolve in the warm water, and then it goes through a condenser, and then from there the oil is separated from the actual resin. So it's a very, very long process, and it comes from far, far away. So frankincense is still a very expensive and highly prized oil, but it is the most amazing. It affects you spiritually and emotionally, as well as physically too. But frankincense is an incredible oil, and it comes in the kit.
And if you wish to contact Beady, I put up the addresses of both the Facebook and the Heaven's Garden are in the comments, and you're more than welcome to press on those links and get in contact with Beady. And as you can see, she's very knowledgeable on the subject. She could talk the legs off a cast iron chair. So come along to the Adelaide Psychic Fair when we get back together again, and spend some time with Beady, because if you want to know about the oils and the benefits, this is the lady that you want to talk to. Hang on, we've just got, oh no, we don't need that. Nolene, you picked the wrong day for messages, as we've just moved on from Young Living oils.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much for your time here today, Beady, and I hope you have a wonderful Easter and you can take care of yourself over this period and do well.
Thank you so much, Roy. And remember my number, 1327324.
I
Awesome.
will put that up again so that people do not forget. There you go.
Thanks so much. And if you've got any questions, just message me. Have a happy Easter, everyone.
Thank you very much, Beady. Look forward to catching up with you.
Okay, me too. Bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything to know about Young Living oil, Beady is the lady who is going to tell you all about it. And anytime that the markets are back on, you can find Beady in the background. She's generally right beside a bunch of diffusers and humidifiers that she has around the market there, and there's always this sweet fragrance coming from her stall. So that's a lovely woman to get in contact with and keep in contact with. Now, what I would like to bring to your attention at the moment is that, like Beady, myself, we're all doing it hard. Everybody's got it hard, and everybody's looking for their next sale and the next person that they talk to. So I thought today I would bring you some items that are good for you in the sense of your spiritual space. A lot of people have sacred spaces in their rooms that they're looking for that something to bring along that extra bit of attention to. And one of the things that I wanted to bring you was this lovely backflow item. There are two hands here. We've got the Buddha hand, which is a blessing in itself. And then up the top here is where the backflow incense would go. It then trickles down and it follows this around to the hand here. And that will flow eventually through to the bottom here. But as well as that, on this particular one, there's a lotus that goes with it. So that can sit on the hand and look absolutely beautiful. Or you can put your stick incense inside of that. So that's wonderful. Or you can have it sitting somewhere else next to it. But there's probably 15 to 20 minutes of absolute relaxation and beauty when you're using one of these. Now, of course, you're going to need backflow incense. We have the cans, and these are like $6, $8 each, depending on the brand. This particular backflow incense holder is $51, but you really do only need backflow incense on these for the sake of letting you know the backflow incense has a hole underneath so that the oils that are impregnated into the incense will flow down in, and so this looks like a water scene coming down on the bowl. See if I can come around that side, might be a little bit better. It will quite nicely drop down along this tube here into the hand and then down into the base. Now there's a multitude of these, and most of the backflow incense that you will find, they come in a variety of shapes and packets. I don't know whether we can, yes, just in there, if you look carefully, you will see the hole that's in the bottom of it, and that's where the smoke comes down from. So this one here is a rose. So you can have the best of both worlds. You have the best aspects of a visual format for relaxation, and you also have the rose fragrances. There's sandalwood, lavender, nug champa. There's a range of fragrances that you can have on the top of these. So you get the fragrance as well as the benefit. Now this one I have myself, and I tend to call this one the Buddha in the wall. Now in the front here you will see, like, it looks like a little priest, and the idea is that the smoke will come down here, float down and cover the face and drop onto here like a waterfall. Now for 15 minutes you can concentrate on this and get lost in the purview of just relaxation and losing yourself in the art of visual context. Depending on where you are and the size of the area that you have for your sacred space, we can go down to the smaller aspects, and this is where it gets a bit hard for me because I've got such big hands, but I'll try and tilt it around a little bit so you get an idea. There is in there a dragon's head, and on here there are mountains, so that when the dragon breathes out and it comes down here, it will come in as, it will look like clouds covering the top of the mountains. And if there's a small breeze or movement in the room, in the air, you'll find that the mountains will disappear and reappear. And again, it's a visual aspect. The cone itself will go in the top of the dragon's head, and it will breathe out fire. So there's and that's only a small space. So that's probably about $12 to $16 for something like that. And then there are other ones as well. I will see if I can get this one out. But it's, again, we have the, I like these because I like foam all over the place. Excuse me while I open this one up. I take these out as rarely as possible because they're a terracotta base, and they're painted over the top with the brown aspect. We don't know how well you can see this one, but this one is the dragon on the castle wall. For this one, I'll have to have a quick look and find out where the cone fits now. It's at the back, I think. For this one, yes, at the back of the dragon up here by the neck, there is a flat space just in there, which the cone sits on, and then it will come down and it will breathe out of the dragon's mouth, and it will follow its way down the castle walls to the base. And you have the aspect of a dragon putting smoke down the wall. There's also one with a waterfall where the dragon is above it and the cone is on the edge of the waterfall, and this will go down to the bottom of the waterfall. So there's two different dragons that do have two different aspects. So if you have a sacred space out there and you're looking for something to fill it in, that one is $32 for the dragons, and they're very well designed. There's a lot of character to the dragon and to the shapes that have been put into it. So even from the back, it does look brilliant, and you have the aspect in the front of, it's a very clear and clean design and pattern, and even the wings are well sculpted. So these are beautiful to look at. They're lovely to hold, and you can lose yourself for 10 to 15 minutes quite easily, getting all of the smoke, and you can lose yourself in relaxation, meditation, and they're quite good for mindfulness as well, because it keeps you centered on where you are at the moment and at that time. There's a wide range. We have a number of square plates and rectangular plates which do similar things. The only thing that we suggest with the backflow is that because it has an oil base in some of the cones, that it's best that you put a bowl or a wooden platter underneath so that your favorite area is not covered in oil. But even then, you'll find that when the cone has finished burning and it's stopped coming down from the actual display, you'll have smoke still lingering in the platter or the bowl at the bottom. And so you get probably another 5 minutes of true interest in following that. There's other aspects such as your stick incense. Some of them have the availability of a small hole in the bottom of, I'm just having a quick look at the dragon. On the bottom of the dragon, I don't know whether we can see it, but just down here, there is a small hole, and that is for the stick incense. On some of the smaller ones, such as the dragon and mountain scene, there is no space for a stick incense as well. But it's just offers you the best of both worlds. So if you don't want to burn your backflow incense on the dragon, you can just put a normal stick incense in. It will sit there quite nicely, and the bottom of the bowl will pick up the ash from the incense. So there's a lot to be gained from using such things as backflow incense. Now, I don't know whether I can get that in the right place and you can catch the name, but that one's sandalwood. Now there's 3 boxes like this. There's nug chumper, sandalwood, and I think the other one is dragon's blood. There's also dragon's blood, lavender, sandalwood in the cans. So there's a variety of ways that you can buy these, and if anybody is at all interested in wanting some of these and wanting to get them while the time is good, you're more than welcome to make contact on Moon and Mask on Facebook. We're happy to take orders, and if it's within 10 kilometres of home, which is Jepp's Cross, I'm going to put this into the comments so that you can link us. You're free to send us a message, send us an email, give me a phone call. I'll put the phone number up there so that if you're interested, and we can we'll send out an invoice. You pay the invoice, we will drop the product up at your door if it's within the 10k. So we're looking between Adelaide and Elizabeth, and that's it. You will it will of course depend upon how many we have left of whatever it is you're ordering, but if you want one, and I will look into the comments, and of course with these things, I'm just going through the comments at the moment, and it seems that there are a group of people who think it's quite hilarious to take over the comments, and I thank you, Chad and Jordan, for your foolishness. It adds a little bit to the Easter end of the comments. You're more than welcome to give us a call on that number, and we will send out a product for you. If you need to contact me, the email is roy@moonandmask.com.au, and we will certainly send you an invoice, and price it out for you, and then you pay the invoice, and we will then send that product to you, either via mail or via free delivery, depending on how far you are away from where we are. If you would like to see a larger portion of the range, you're more than welcome to go to the Moon and Mask shop, and there is a whole look of a whole page of all the products that we sell, from the incense to the backflow, and to all of the Reiki products and tarot cards that we have as well. And there's also the web page, which is moonandmask.com.au. This is generally about the time when I go a little bit further in depth, but I can see that I'm being spritzed by a bunch of people who think it's they're having their Easter fun at the moment, so we'll leave them to their fun, and I will have to close off today. Monday we won't be having anybody on the Adelaide Psychic Fair, so we will be starting up again Wednesday, and you're more than welcome to tune in on Wednesday and take part in that one. We'll be advertising that on My Time TV Live, and you'll be able to watch this in replay at your leisure. And we'll also be putting this onto YouTube, so keep an eye out for my channel, and you can go there and watch that as well. It's been an interesting afternoon with Beady, and I will leave you with the best wishes for the Easter weekend. Have a great weekend. I hope you self-isolate and take care of yourselves. We don't want anybody down with infections if we can help it. And with the cold and flu season coming up, both of these products are worthwhile thinking about. The oils from Beady and the opportunity to have something which will occupy your mind for a short period. So take care, and I will look forward to catching up with you again next week. Roy.